As New Year's approaches, activity is picking up at the Honolulu Fish Market. Nicole Carvalho joins us now live from Pier 38 with more. Aloha and good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Yes, it is absolutely certainly freezing in here, and it kind of takes your breath away a little bit. But you can see behind me, all the wholesalers are here very early this morning, getting their fish on, getting things prepared for the new year. And I am joined with Mike Goto. Good morning, Mike.
Morning, Nicole.
Thank you so much for having us here this morning. I know this is a routine story, but it's such a staple, as we were talking about, with families and local tradition in Hawaii. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, for generations, ahi has held a special place in the hearts of locals. And, Hawaii seafood itself is world famous and does bring tourism into the state to help the economy as well. So, again, this time of year is very, very important for both the fishery, for consumers, and tourism alike.
For sure. So how are the catches coming in, and what are the prices are we looking at?
So, yeah, we basically are doing twice the volume we would during a normal time of year. Today we're doing 120,000 pounds of seafood. And the price kind of adjusts accordingly. Again, we're the first receivers of this product, so we're not the final end price that most people are going to see in the stores. All I really say is that there's a abundant supply. Prices will be high just because the demand is high, but consumers should be confident that they can source seafood, whether it's at a seafood counter, poke shop, wherever they go.
And naturally, really, that's to be expected. That's what we see every year. So the largest ahi market, correct, in the country?
Auction, yes. We pride ourselves on being the only fresh tuna auction in the country. Obviously we're modeled after the original Tsukiji Japanese style of auction, but we've developed into kind of our own system, and it's one that we're very proud of, one that we're actually going to start promoting a little bit more to both the Hawaii market and to the mainland as well. So it's really reflective, I think, of the evolution of the fishery and how we want to continue to be able to supply the U.S. market with U.S. caught seafood.
Amazing. And can you tell viewers what the wholesalers are looking for when they're looking at fish?
Yeah, the overall quality is what drives the market itself. They're looking for raw, consumable product, whether that's poke grade, which is about kind of the middle grade, or the very high-end grade, which goes to sushi bars, for sashimi platters. That's what's culturally important during this time of year. So that's what they're really looking for: the texture, the color, fat content, which kind of comes out this time of year as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mike. Yeah, I mean, this is so interesting, too, just to even be here and to learn all about, the different grades and what wholesalers are looking for. We're going to be here this morning learning more and more and talking to different people about what's happening here at this fish auction as we get ready for the New Year's holiday. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. Reporting live, Nicole Carvalho, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
As New Year's approaches, activity is picking up at the Honolulu Fish Market. Nicole Carvalho joins us now live from Pier 38 with more. Aloha and good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Yes, and you can see the wholesalers behind me as they look for their catch, as they look what they're picking up to stock their shelves, to stock their refrigerators, I should say, with fresh fish coming up for the holiday season. Now, Mike Goto is here, and he's going to explain what they're really looking for and really the process. Good morning, Mike.
Morning, Nicole. Yeah, so right now we have most of the locally based seafood vendors, mainly wholesalers, a few retail establishments as well, buying directly. But, again, like you said, the holiday rush for ahi, for traditional cultural purposes in Hawaii, is at an all-time high during this time of year. And they are really looking for the highest quality raw grade for sashimi, for poke, as we do for, most of the calendar year as well. But the demand right now is just so high, and that's why we're doing basically double the volume on a day that we normally would do. We have 120,000 pounds of seafood today. Again, on a normal day, it'd probably be half of that or less. But again, the market can absorb that now because there's so much demand, because there's tourism in town. It's really driving, a solid market day for us.
Let's talk about the difference between fresh ahi and previously frozen.
Yes, so the main difference I think people see in stores at their local seafood counters is the discrepancy between fresh and frozen. The fresh product coming from the Honolulu Fish Auction will be at the higher price point because it's higher quality. It's better tasting, it's fresher, it's obviously fresh and not frozen. And then you have what basically is the competitor of fresh, which is frozen and frozen import, usually coming from Southeast Asia. A lot of times it's been chemically treated, maybe with carbon monoxide, turning it from what would normally be a very brown color to a bright red. That's really what the difference is, when you're choosing. And we understand, the price point's a little bit more affordable on the frozen, but if you really are looking for the highest quality, you're going to want to look for the fresh. You're definitely going to want to ensure that, it's coming from this fishery, from this auction, so the consumer can really understand that. And we'll talk about that a little bit more as far as how we can help the public understand that more.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was so insightful, because we do see many different things when we go to the poke, store, wherever we do get our poke or sashimi, if it's previously frozen or if it's from this auction here. So I'm going to send it back to you guys at the studio. It is cold in here, but I don't have to take a trip to the mainland this year. Corny joke. Back to you, Sam. Nicole Carvalho, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Hey, I laughed. Mahalo for that, Nicole. As New Year's approaches, activity is picking up at the Honolulu Fish Market. Nicole Carvalho joins us now live from Pier 38 with more. Aloha and good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. And yes, activity is certainly picking up. Now, this starts well before sunrise, but you can see them bringing in the pallets of fish and an active auction taking place, bidding, all the things going on, and it's really quite amazing. Now, I'm joined with Guy Tamashiro of Tamashiro Market. Good morning, Guy.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. Talk about what your customers are looking for this time of year.
Well, we have a variety of customers. Some who want the very best. It doesn't matter what it costs, the very best. And then you have some that just want the bluefin, and some that, well, we cater to just everything we carry can be eaten raw, So we don't carry the very low end, but for cooking, we don't do the cooking grade. But we try to get less expensive, more value for, we sacrifice on size, but not the quality. So that's my plan when I'm buying. To buy the best and then get some that's more affordable too.
Well, that's interesting, and I like to know that everything can be eaten raw.
Yeah, absolutely. That's our job. People want raw fish in Hawaii, and that's what we do.
So what should shoppers look for if they want the freshest fish, or how do they know what grade they want? You guys help them with that?
Sure, we do, and most of our customers actually already know. As long as if you're gonna cook something, don't cook the very expensive ones. Cook the cheaper ones. But we do help the customers. But a lot of them, they know what they want. They want the bluefin.
I get it. I know what I want when I go in. So I know what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah.
So demand this time of year. Talk about how much, or does your demand increase?
Oh, the demand absolutely increases. Everybody wants to have some sashimi at their New Year's party and. Even New Year's Day, and it's a tradition. Everybody in Hawaii just loves to eat sashimi, especially during this time.
Especially so sashimi over poke, right? Or both?
Oh, we sell a lot of poke too at this time. Some people just want to sit around, drink beer, eat poke, and that's good too.
It's all perfect. Thank you so much, Guy. I so much appreciate it. Such a long-standing family business here in Hawaii. Again, it's just amazing seeing what's happening at this fish market and what ends up on our tables this New Year's. If you're looking for fresh ahi, so I'm gonna send it back to you guys in the studio. Reporting live, Nicole Carvalho, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Sounds ono. Can't wait, Nicole. As New Year's approaches, activity is picking up at the Honolulu Fish Auction. Nicole Carvalho joins us now live from Pier 38 with more. Aloha and good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Yes, absolutely. The auction is in full swing and has been this morning, but what we haven't seen is the other side, right? We see what's on the auction floor, but we don't see the boats coming in right at this moment. We're going to be speaking now with Eric Kingman. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. Talking about, I learned so much from you in the last, I think, 10 minutes. So tell people what you do.
Yeah, I represent the Hawaii Longline Association, which is comprised of 148 vessels that land here locally in Honolulu, and the auction. And so really, the industry is one of the hardest working industries in Hawaii. We started off loading vessels at 10 p.m. last night. We've been working 2 weeks straight. We'll take a day off Thursday and then get right back at it. But really, the name of the game is producing fresh fish for Hawaii.
Absolutely. How many boats have come in?
Today we have about 7 boats on the list, about 120,000 pounds of fish. 80% of that is ahi, fresh ahi, yellowfin, and big eye. About 80 to 90% of the fish is going to stay here in Hawaii. And really, the demand is highest this time of year. It's the peak holiday New Year's Eve market, but it's not always like this. We normally land about 60 to 80,000 pounds a day, and it's been one of the hardest years we've seen on record in terms of fish prices have been very low to the fishermen.
And for people who don't know why, can you talk about that?
Well, I think it's kind of the same around the islands in terms of low tourism demand, consumer inflation impacts, kind of lower demand in restaurants, which is hard, and it's been kind of compounding after 3 years. It makes it really hard. So this is the time of year when fishermen can make a little money, but we're really concerned about what happens in 2 weeks, after this sort of peak holiday season ends.
Right, because, everybody wants fish on their tables for New Year's, right? We were also talking about a regulation situation that was coming up.
Yeah, we're looking forward to July 1st, and that's when the local state law becomes in effect, and that's the country of origin labeling for raw ahi at retail. So come July 1, when you go into your local supermarket, you go to the poke counter, the retailers are going to be required to put the country of origin on that ahi poke, whether it's from Hawaii, which is not normally labeled as fresh, or it's imported, which most of that ahi poke is imported, previously frozen, gas treated. A lot of that comes from Vietnam, Indonesia. And so the retailers are going to have to label that, and consumers then have a better ability to, make an informed choice. What do they want to spend their money on? And know where it comes from, which is really important.
Yeah, that's really important. Thank you so much, Eric. Again, I learned so much talking to Eric in the last 10 minutes of how this operation runs, and really, the boats coming in, getting onto this auction floor, and getting this fish on your plate in time for New Year's. I'm going to send it back to you guys at the desk. Reporting live, Nicole Carvalho, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Interesting stuff. Mahalo, Nicole. As New Year's approaches, activities picking up at the Honolulu Fish Market. Nicole Carvalho joins us now live from Pier 38 with more. Aloha and good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I am here at the fish market. And again, so much activity going on, but also so much to be learned. We learned about a new law that's coming into place in July, and I'm here with Mike Goto. Good morning, Mike.
Morning, Nicole. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for being here and showing us all of this. This is so interesting. As a consumer, I will never look at fish the same way again. I'm going to know exactly what I'm getting. So thank you so much. So talk about the new law and talk about the branding that you guys have going on.
Right. So the ahi labeling law, which will go into effect July 1st of next year, it's really aimed at consumer protection and differentiating between the U.S. domestic fishery, fresh fish fishery for ahi, and the foreign imports that compete against it. It's to educate the public, to kind of level the playing field, I think, for U.S. fishermen that supply this market and supply Hawaii's tourism economy, local economy. So it's going to be a very we're looking forward to having that in place with country of origin labeling moving forward.
So when people go to the supermarket or wherever they go to buy fish, they'll see where it came from.
Yes, so it'll be required by law to label the country of origin. So what you'll see is a product of the United States, which will likely mean it's coming from this fishery itself and from the auction. But in addition to that, I wanted to unveil this to the public today. We are going to be marketing the Honolulu Fish Auction. We're going to be marketing the Honolulu Fish Auction as a brand moving forward. And this will start to be seen in retail sectors, in seafood counters, poke shops. So you know that it is coming from this auction, it's coming from this fishery, and that it's of the highest quality product that you could find.
And with that new marketing and new label, which is absolutely really, really captivating, by the way, talk about why, what the importance is and why this auction is so unique, because it is.
Yeah, to really promote Hawaii seafood is to promote our culture, and poke was developed obviously in Hawaii. Now it's spread all over the world. But it's all originated from here. And again, with the fishermen kind of struggling with a weak market, we're doing everything we can industry-wise to boost the value back up for them so they can continue to fish. We want to be able to supply our fishery year-round, our markets year-round from this fishery with product. And we can only do that, if there is sizable enough demand where the vessels can make a profit and continue to go out and produce for this market.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mike. Yeah, a lot of high quality fish, a lot of things moving through. Very interesting seeing all of the different types of fish, all of the different sizes of fish, how old these fish are. Just very, very, very interesting. And again, the freshness of the fish is superb. And being here this morning is really, truly, truly a pleasure and educational. So with that, I'm going to send it back to you guys at the desk. Reporting live, Nicole Carvalho, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
I'm Mahalo for that live update, Nicole. As New Year's approaches, activity is picking up at the Honolulu Fish Market. Nicole Carvalho joins us now live from Pier 38 with more. Aloha and good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Yes, absolutely. So much going on here this morning, and they are bringing out pallets and pallets and pallets of fish, about 120,000 pounds of fish today. And I'm here with Guy Tamashiro of Tamashiro Market. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here this morning and telling us what you're buying today. What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for, of course, quality. Got to be fresh. Got to be fresh, otherwise I'm not buying it. And we're looking for all the different grades, whether from the very best and very inexpensive, hopefully, but very good for sashimi also. So we're going to get the whole variety.
So talk about, everybody wants to beat the rush, right? So when do people actually start buying the fish?
It used to be on the 31st, but now people are moving to the 30th. A lot of them on the 30th, some on the 31st. So both days are really exciting in the market,
Okay, so talk about also how long can poke stay fresh in your fridge?
In the fridge, the poke, well, it's everything in terms of freshness is a matter of how cold you keep it. The colder you keep it, the longer you can keep it. And the poke should be 3-4 days, but I like to eat mine every day. I buy just enough for the day, and then I come again the next day. I buy again, so.
I do it that way too. But if somebody buys, because New Year's is kind of hectic, right? So if somebody buys today, or tomorrow, they're totally good for New Year's Eve, yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and New Year's Day, really, if they keep it cold.
Yep, keep it cold and you can, sure.
Okay, so what are your customers wanting this year? Does it change from year to year?
It's pretty much the same. You have a lot of people on the high end. They want the best. And then you have the high end and the least expensive one goes first. The middles, you have more choice, and but usually the high end is the one that people come in for. That's what the long lines are for, is they want to get the best, so they're willing to wait in line. So
that makes sense. So you're selling a lot of ahi. What else are you selling?
Well, we sell a lot of poke girls, and it's not just the ahi poke, all kind taco poke, and all the different varieties. So.
And you were telling me earlier, all of your fish that you sell can be eaten raw. It's all sashimi grade.
Yes, absolutely.
So what do you want to say to people for this New Year's season, just to the community?
Oh, well, you know what? If you want really good fish, shop at Tamashiro Market. You'll see me.
I was asking him earlier, how do you do this every day in this freezing cold, right?
It is cold, but I guess you get used to it, You go outside when you get a chance and warm up, so.
Long family business, lot of history.
A lot of history, yep. We've been here quite a while.
Absolutely. So definitely go to Tamashiro Market. It's been a pleasure talking with Guy Tamashiro this morning and talking about what types of fish and what types of grades people want for this New Year's season. So I'm going to send it back to you guys at the desk. Reporting live, Nicole Carvalho, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
As New Year's approaches, activity's picking up at the Honolulu Fish Market. Nicole Carvalho joins us now live from Pier 38 with more. Aloha and good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Yes, they've taken a little bit of a break here on the auction floor this morning, but that's because they're on boat 4 out of 7 coming in. So they're going to be bringing more fish as the morning goes along. Now, I'm here with Eric Kingman. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
So great to talk to you. So, we talk about how you're really supervising and in charge of, or correct me if I'm wrong, the boats that are out there, right? So that's the other side. So let's talk about how far these boats go out.
Yeah, so we have about 150 boats that operate in this fleet. They all land right here in Honolulu Harbor. The vessels fish anywhere from 2 to 7 days away from Honolulu. That's about 200 to even 1,000 miles away at the beginning of their trip, and it takes travel time to get there. Then they'll fish 10 to 15 days in a row and then travel back. So really the name of the game right now is really as fresh as possible. But sometimes the fish aren't as close. So you got to find the fish, load up as much as you can, preserve the quality, which means icing on the boat. You're, gilling and gutting, bleeding the fish, icing every single day to make sure you land fish that has proper quality.
So lots of work that goes on the show, not only just the fishing, but lots of work on the boat to keep the fish fresh.
Yeah, fishing is a hard business. It's a gamble, it's a risk, risking your life to go fishing, to feed people. You never know what you're going to catch, and it costs a lot of money to leave the dock.
It sure does. And when we look at, and now we can see all of the more pallets of fish coming out. Talk about that and talk about the boats that you have out there right now.
Yeah, these are all U.S. flags, locally based. All the owners are all local Hawaii residents. This industry has been going for over 100 years. The auctions have been in business for 70 years. We're one of the largest food producing industries in the state. And, it's really important because it's all about knowing where your fish comes from, where your food comes from. And, I think a lot of times there has been some lack of appropriate labeling on fish, and that's something we're looking forward to come July 1 is this country of origin labeling for especially raw ahi at retail.
And, we talk about how important it is. This is one of the biggest, is it the only auction that produces ahi in the United States?
That's right. We're the only tuna auction in the United States. There's another auction in New Bedford. They do scallops. But really, we're the only sort of daily tuna auction. And it's kind of modeled after the famous Tsukiji market in Japan. But similar concept, all fresh fish, not frozen, ice chilled. Really trying to get that premium quality, which is much different than other stuff in the market. Hawaii is a high seafood demand state. We eat twice, 3 times as much per capita seafood in other states. So seafood is really important to us here. Culturally, this is the time of year to have red fish on your plate for the New Year's celebration. But really, this industry works all year round. And 80% of the fish that we catch stays right here in Hawaii.
Thank you so much. I was just going to mention 80% of the fish that they do catch does stay here locally in Hawaii, and it is so important to keep this this going and have those laws come about so people do know where their fish is coming from. And I have to say, this is serious business. These people are not messing around. There's not a whole lot of small talk. They are coming in, they are buying their fish, and they are getting the best that they can get. They can get, or what they want to buy for their consumers. With that, I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. Reporting live, Nicole Carvalho, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
As New Year's approaches, activity is picking up at the Honolulu Fish Market. Nicole Carvalho joins us now live from Pier 38 with more. Aloha and good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Yes, things are picking up at the Honolulu Fish Market. As we know, that there were 4 pallets, brought in out of 7. See all of this fish that is on the auction floor ready for wholesalers to come in and pick it up. So while many people think of New Year's celebrations in terms of fireworks and countdowns, here in Hawaii, the holiday really starts early with the fish. So at Pier 38, the fishing boats arrive in the early morning hours. We were speaking with Eric earlier, who's in charge of longline fishing, and he was saying the boats arrived last night at about 10 p.m., and they're just unloading them now. As you can see, they do it in pallets. There was a lot of activity here on the auction floor earlier this morning, but they are taking a break as they replenish the fish. Now, inside the refrigerated auction floor, each fish is inspected by hand, where buyers check color, texture, and quality before the bidding begins. And we saw them do this. And as you can see right now, you can see, if you can have Justin zoom in on the fish right there, you can see how personnel actually picks up the fish out of the takes a sample of the fish rather, and shows the quality of the fish for auctioneers to purchase. Joining me right now is Mike Goto. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's talk about, we've been talking about ahi all morning long, right? So let's talk about some of the other fish that have come in, the deeper sea fish.
Sure. So another culturally significant species that comes in year-round, but definitely highly sought during New Year's, are bottomfish, specifically the onaga. for the same reason as ahi. This red color has very important cultural significance for our family histories. It really became highly sought for displays and for consumption as well.
So for steaming also, correct?
Yes, correct. But you can sashimi it as well. Same process as you go through with fresh tuna.
So can we explain to consumers what the pricing is going to be like? I know it's determined by market, right? And of course we got market prices, and that's really what fish is all about. Now, high increase around New Year's Eve in Hawaii, tradition.
Yeah, so that's why we do as much as we're doing today. Again, this is kind of double the volume of normal time of the year, not during the holidays. And, that's what the vessels want. They want the vessels come in to be able to provide this fresh product, this fresh seafood for the community. They know themselves, how prized it is. And that's what this fishery values itself for, being able to consistently produce high quality seafood for the Hawaii community. And again, to help the economy as well, bringing in tourism, helping their own businesses if they are involved in the seafood business. And that's why you see poke shops popping up all over the place, even on the mainland.
Yeah, I've seen that for sure when I've been traveling. So what we've seen now, we've seen another pallet being brought out, correct? Another boat being unloaded. Can you kind of talk about what we're seeing here on the auction floor?
Sure. So we're actually on a little break right now. We have already sold 4 vessels and have 3 more to line up and to unload. And they're basically coming, it's in the order that they come in. We are prioritize the ahi species to sell first, the big-eye tuna, the yellowfin tuna, and then all the assorted mixed species, marlins, mahi-mahi, opa, manchog, which have all become very prized and sought-after products throughout the Hawaii culinary community.
Perfect. So much. Thank you so much. Excuse me. And this fish is expected to be sold by around what time?
We'll probably get back to the auction, in a half an hour or so, and the buyers will all recongregate and, really put emphasis on being able to push product out into the community. The 4 boats that they've already purchased from, that's already gone back to their shops. It's being processed. It's being delivered to supermarkets, restaurants, anyone that is a consumer of seafood.
Thank you so very much, Mike. You heard it straight from Mike, and I'm going to send it back to you guys at the desk. Reporting live, Nicole Carvalho, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.